Next question.
A lot of people were introduced to you through Lord of the Rings or Indiana Jones. I, however, first saw you portraying Madman Mustafa in ABC's You Wish. So my question is, what do you prefer in comedy roles as opposed to dramatic roles?
Well, I never played Hamlet. Look, I don't really care. I like work. I don't care what it is. I should care more often, yes. I know, yes, that charge can be made. Actors do job for different reasons. Sometimes because it's the best job that you can possibly imagine, and you can't believe how fortunate you are to have the chance of doing it. Sometimes it is simply because you happen to know that your agent and manager are going through bad times, and you say, all right, take it, I'll do it. Sometimes it happens to be because you're in a city to do one thing, and there happens to be another job coming along, and you say, okay, fine, saves the travel and the security checks and all that. Oh, Lord, I hate travel these days. Sometimes you do it because an old friend calls up and says, hey, do me a favor, will you? Come and do this thing for me. There are lots of different reasons for doing parts. Sometimes you do it because you think, I don't know how to do this. And those are the best ones. The scary ones are the best ones, really, because you think, I don't think I can do this. Oh, Lord. Okay, I'll do it. And then you think, oh, how? It's all part of the business. It's just part of the business. Sorry, that's not a very satisfactory answer, is it? I beg your pardon. Anyway.
It's quite all right. When it's spoken by you, it still sounds wonderful.
She does it herself.
I think there's an old adage, bullshit baffles brains, isn't there? My apologies to you all. Is this thing still working? Can anyone actually hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Are the guys at the back actually able to hear me? Hey, God bless you all.
First of all, I want to apologize. I have laryngitis, especially for the people who have to use the microphone after me. As has been brought up, you've had quite a career in diverse roles. I was wondering if there's any character or a particular story that you've always wanted to portray and never had the chance.
Oh, there are many of them. Let me think. A wonderful book by Anthony Burgess called Earthly Powers. There's a wonderful bishop in that who finally becomes Pope. I always wanted to play that. But there are 10,000 parts that you love. One of the glories about being an actor is sometimes you see a fellow actor doing something and you think, damn. You see, all actors are ego. I mean, we all like what other people do, and we say, you were really good in that, that sort of thing. But all of us know that we could do at least as good. Absolute lie, perhaps, but, we believe this. There are just times when you see friends of yours doing a performance that just takes your breath away, and you think, magnificent. Couldn't get near it. And I've seen that once or twice too. And I saw my old buddy from oh Lord, my dear old memory's going. We did the Bond film together. I sent him back to Moscow in the diplomatic. Jerome Krabbe. I saw Jerome doing Handel in a marvelous film called. It was basically based on Cry to Heaven, but it wasn't called that. I mean, extraordinary thing, but he played Handel with an intensity and a nervous passion that I think was just matchless. And, there are wonderful performances. Paul Freeman in Raiders of the Lost Ark. That is the consummate performance of the lot, There are some glorious actors around and glorious acts that one would, in all truth, one would never have got near to if one had done them oneself. And I guess the problem, the other question is, well, could anyone have done your parts as well? Yes, probably. Damn it.
Thank you.
Anyway, disinfect the mic and move on.
I'm a high school student up in Cape Breton, which is about 5 hours away from here. And up until really recently in my life, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I had no idea. And then a few months ago, they started releasing the Hobbit production videos. And I thought back on my life and realized that the biggest part was movies. And at that moment, I realized that I want to help make movies in my life. That's what I want to do. And I was just wondering if you had a moment where you realized, hey, this is what I want to do with the rest of my life. What was it like, and what did you do to succeed with that?
Well, I commend you for your passion for movies. The first thing I would say to people is, do not spend time going to drama school or to study drama at university and things like that. If you look at the behind the scenes of Lord of the Rings, you will have a complete education in almost everything you need to know about the business of filmmaking. Buy a camera, go out and make movies. To understand that it's everyone feels the way you do. There are about 40,000 new scripts made every year. Produced every year. You know, they're all out there. They're considered and this sort of thing. It used to be that 400 got made a year, and now it's probably down. You know, Western movies probably down to about 270, 280. The competition is unbelievable. Added to which, not the best are made. I mean, a film is made for many different reasons. We can do it cheap. It's my brother's cousin anyway, and you know, his father's putting up the money so that we can. There are all extraordinary reasons. It is a very, very difficult and competitive business. I cannot tell you not to do it, because you know, your mind is set. I can tell by your fervor and passion this is what you want to do. Just understand that there's no career structure. I'm a relatively successful actor in the sense that I work a lot, but there is no reason why the phone should keep running, should keep ringing. There's no reason why the next job isn't the last job that I do. You know, one day the phone will stop ringing, and I won't ever know that that I'll never work again. There is no security, there's no structure in it, you don't climb a ladder to fame, fortune, and success. You know, you might get lucky, you might be instantly recognized for a year, 2 years, and fall by the wayside. And a friend of mine who was a rock and roller, very successful in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s. He received a note from his business manager saying, "I'm terribly sorry. It just ran away with me and I have lost the lot." And it was actually a letter from South America. You know, the traditional, you get a letter from South America. Basically, the business manager had blown £3 million or something like this. And he thought, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm annoyed, but it doesn't really matter. I'm 21 years of age. I've made £3 million. Yeah, it'll go on for me. The last time I saw him, he was driving a truck in London. It had never happened again. If you want to live your life, build a trajectory. Don't peak when you're 25 and let the rest of your life be an anticlimax. You know, figure where you want to be when you're 70 or 80 or 90 or, in your case, 200. The only other bit of advice I can give you is this, is that by and large, most people don't understand that in order to get to that position over there, you have to go from there to the stairs down there, to there, to there, to there, to there. If you can think ahead, what you need to do in order to get to there, you will have an advantage over 90% of mankind. Most people can live tactically. Very few people understand the difference between tactics and strategy. If you have a strategic grasp, then you've got an advantage. The other thing is wanting to do something and knowing that you're determined to do something is not the same as actually doing it. You really, in the end, you have to work. If I have any argument at all with the American Constitution, it is that phrase that Jefferson used, certain inalienable rights. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Whatever you do, I beg you, do not pursue happiness. Happiness is not a destination. Happiness is something that happens when you're on the journey. Happiness is a byproduct of effort. Do not, for goodness sake, seek happiness. If you're doing the right things, it will find you. If you start hunting for it, you sure as heck won't find it. Incidentally, Locke, apparently, the phrase is taken from Locke, and it was, this is really boring for you, isn't it? Anyway, when did I know? I tell you what, I saw Oedipus Rex when I was about 11. And when Oedipus came on with his eyes hanging down his face, I left the theater in turmoil and went up to the school library and read Aristotle on tragedy, where I read, "Tragedy then is the imitation of an action, complete and of some importance, acted, not narrated, in language enhanced by distinct and varying means, and through pity and fear effecting its purgation of these emotions." And I knew that my destiny was to be what? A writer. Good luck.
On that note, we got to wrap it up. It's John Rhys Davies, everybody. Thank you for coming to Hal-Con.
You've been very kind and very indulgent and a wonderful audience. Thank you so much. Well done.